gold, actually. Not yellow, gold.
Glad to have you with us from Huntington Bank Stadium. It's the Northwestern Wildcats and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Minnesota's head coach told me before the game he loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So Northwestern's offense will have the football first. And onto the field comes Aiden Child. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. Going to the ground. Finding open areas. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They think there's room to run to the right here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. To throw, it's Child. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Minnesota's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And it'll be Drake Lindsey leading the attack. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab. It's Tracy. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defense.
Caught! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Minnesota!
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. A quick pass to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. He'll field the punt. He gets a block. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Tracy. It's a seam wide open, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Back to throw, it's Childs. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Sweet cut there. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Wildcats have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Across the 25, he's got room. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The offense set for a first down play. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Giles. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a second and long. Gets the back moving. And back to the air on second down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Running inside, it's Taylor. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chain. Got it at the 34. First and 10. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. My goodness, he unloads on that one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Sends it downfield. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers for some.
Time to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. Able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go right back to him. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Childs. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Under fire. And down he goes.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Tracy. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to the well. Finding some room. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Wildcats sideline, one of the things I'm keeping my eyes on, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He has got so much wear and tear. Coming off that loss last week, he said it's been a challenging week of practice. And I can tell you, early in this ballgame, this is something I'm going to keep my eyes on, how he is performing, moving under center, dropping back, and how his arm looks despite his banged-up body. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Under fire.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he's stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it way down the field. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The give out of the gun. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give the extra yards after the catch.
They're working that left side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Wide receiver comes in motion. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Wildcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Absolutely perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. To the air, it's Lindsey. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Coming out with it, it's Grove. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 7 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the home team, locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Now back to your game in Minneapolis. What can you say about this playmaking receiver that's not abundantly clear? More than 100 yards in the first half. He's totally taken over this game. His team has the lead, and he's improving his draft stock as we speak. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Huntington Bank Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the third quarter. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Oh, what a move to get open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, this offense has been having its way all day long with this defense, but finally the defense creates a negative play. Let's see if that now gives them a little more confidence to get back in this game.
The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Tracy. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! He got it, beat down in bounds.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Pulled and fired complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. The screen, he can go. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run the off-tackle play here. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he'll be brought down.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Rushes on him. The throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It's complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. And now on second down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They've got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. Oh, he got loose. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Hollywood update do you have for it?
Here on the Minnesota sideline, this quarterback has been absolutely spectacular today. Over 400 yards passing late in the game with this big lead. We're curious to...
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll go right back to him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Picked off! What a play by this defense. Got some room to run. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Going to the run, it's Taylor. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Minnesota! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline and you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keeps it himself. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The pull and throw off the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He gets it beyond the marker, and it'll be a first down for Northwestern. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Caught in the backfield, it's Wagner. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alchuk. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been